We definitely have a nice community and stuff together here in the Springs, and people know what we're about and what we're doing.
Colorado Springs is home to an ever-growing local arts scene, and within that scene is a little record store called What's Left.
I am Brian Ostro, and I am co-owner at What's Left Records. I was born in California, but I moved here. My family moved here when I was like 1.5, so I've lived here my whole life pretty much. Colorado Springs has always been it's important to me because I do come from here, and I've seen very different versions of Colorado Springs. I've seen it, when there wasn't a lot of people. I've seen it when there are a lot of people. I've seen venues that just don't care about young kids starting music and stuff like that. And I've seen many friends in my life go and move to Denver or move to Portland or move to a bigger city where there's already a scene or something happening. But I figure it's more important to start something here and give life to something here instead of just move to where something's already going on.
As one of the nation's fastest growing cities, Colorado Springs' music scene is taking on a style adjacent to that of a larger city like Denver, thanks to the venues and stores in the heart of the city, which are full of character.
My name's Sean Ostro, and I'm co-owner here at What's Left. I was born and raised here, so I've been here my whole entire life. I've toured around a lot, and I've gotten to see a lot of other places and spent a lot of time in other places, but Colorado Springs has always been my home, and that's why we have so much pride in this town and want to keep good things going through it.
I've always loved music since growing up. My brother and I always loved music. Our parents were big into music and stuff, and then I used to always kind of start little fake bands, drawing CD covers and stuff. But then in high school was when I kind of first started playing in bands and playing out. Probably my junior years when I kind of first started. Was in a band called Fabricate, and we in the early 2000s, and we kind of started playing venues, playing all over the place. Through the bands, I started just booking shows. That's how I learned how to talk with venues, talk with people. After I graduated, me and my friends had a house in Falcon, Colorado, and we threw these big fests. We did a Falcon Fest, and we had 10 bands and kegs and all kinds of stuff, and we flipped our friend's van over and lit it on fire, and it was wild, but it was fun. But that's kind of where I first started doing little festivals and doing stuff, and that was, at this point, that's almost 20 years ago now, so, and I haven't stopped. So
shout out What's Left Records for having us, as always. This place is the best. We're gonna keep it moving. This next song's called Sweetly.
My brother was throwing house shows and doing stuff, so when I moved out, I started trying to throw house shows and do stuff, and started to book, and just realized how easy it was just to reach out to one of my favorite bands or someone, be hey, if you're coming through, you want to come and play. And we've been doing that, and I used to throw house shows, or I would just go to a show and I would be oh yeah, these bands are awesome, oh, they need a place to stay, let them stay at my house, and and I've gotten really close to bands and stuff.
The biggest thing I noticed, and I've worked in bar venues most of my adult life, and there is a special place for it, and I do love it, but I feel a big difference is people go to a bar because there's booze and there happens to be a show. But when it's a DIY space or a place like this, people go for the show, and and maybe there's a beer or whatever, but it's not. It's the other way around. You're there for the music and you're there for the community.
As the Ostros made more connections in the music scene, they decided to run a DIY venue space to host bands and sell records for bands called the Flux Capacitor.
Flux Capacitor was a DIY venue that me and my brother and some close friends ran. It ran for 2 years. I want to say from 2014 to 2016. That taught us a lot of how to run events properly, how to get more touring acts out, how to do a lot of stuff like that. and how to like take care of bands. So yeah, so that really helped us out. That was just a really wonderful experience, and it also got the community really involved and really stoked on something new that wasn't a bar that was like going on, and like the DIY like scene kind of really came alive, I think, in this town.
Flux Capacitor was awesome. It was a really cool opportunity we were able to have. We had our homie Luke, who ran a bunch of practice spots and done stuff, and he was like, well, you guys can get a way bigger room if you want. And yeah, we've always been trying to throw shows, but we wanted to have our own spot and do our own little venue. So yeah, we were able to do that. It was open for 2 years. It was insane. I can never do it. Like, I couldn't do it nowadays at all because I got a kid, you know, I got an 8-year-old. It's like we didn't get paid at all. Like it was, which is fine. It's like back then, I mean, we all worked full-time jobs and then we just did that at night, you know, like I was still young. So it's like, I could do it. I had the energy to do it.
After 2 years of throwing shows and developing the foundations for a legitimate venue, the Flux was abruptly shut down.
We got shut down because there was a fire in Oakland in a DIY space, yeah, the ghost ship fire, and so that happened, and it was tragic, and people did die. After that, people took it upon themselves to make sure that all of these places are like shut down, saying let's use this as a way to shut down these DIY spaces because they are hotbeds for liberal radicalism. Saying, call your fire department and just say that it's a cool place, but you just have a little concern about the safety, and that's exactly what happened, and we got shut down.
When this chapter closed for the Ostros, their ability to host shows was halted. But as doors close, new ones tend to open up.
What's Left started as a zine in 2010. Yeah, it was with me and my buddy Ian and Josh. And we started that in 2010, it was a zine. And then a couple years later, we kind of stopped doing it as frequent. And then when we started doing Flux, I turned it into a record label. So we started putting out records for bands and stuff like that. And then at all of our shows, and like when we would go on tour, we'd have like a little box of records and kind of like a little mini record store kind of type thing, like a distro that we would bring with us. So when we did that, it just kind of was part of like what we've been doing for a long time. During the pandemic, that is when we started the actual store, because we were both working at bar venues and doing sound, bartending, and we were out of a job. So when we were out of a job, our buddy Luke that runs all these practice spaces, he ran the Flux practice spaces. He was like, hey, I know you've talked about wanting a record store for a while. I have a new practice space building. There's probably a cool little spot in there. And so we're like, you know what, let's do it. So we got like a small little room in there and opened a record store. We took our stimulus money and our unemployment money and we literally invested it into, while we didn't have a job, giving us a job, giving the community a place to like get music and still have kind of some kind of connection while you can't really go out and, you know, can't go to shows and stuff like that. So we did it in that building for 3 years, about 3 years, 2 or 3 years, I think 3 years. And then we moved here 2 years ago in September because, again, we told Luke too, we're like, you know, our goal, we want to start this so that we learn how to do it in a smaller space, but then when we eventually want to move to a bigger place where we could have a venue in there as well, where we could do shows. And then this place opened up and here we are 2 years later, and yeah.
Anyone who would want to play and do stuff, we could book and do it. So, you know, and to be honest, really the only difference now, because like we're doing the same thing, except for, you know, now it's just a little more, we just have a store to back it up. Like we're able to do more stuff. Like it's easier, it's legal. You know, so but it's good, and I mean we're doing all the same thing. It's like as much as like the Flux was awesome and like people like love that ethos and say like, oh, I miss those times. It's like we're doing everything we did back then. We just have a new spot to do it at that's a little more legit, you know, and yeah, we just love doing it. It's like it doesn't matter the place.
What's Left continues to grow with Colorado Springs and may just be at the center of where the music scene is going.
Yeah, I would say what I predict for the future of arts in Colorado Springs, I see it booming. I see it being really great. I see we're at a really good place right now. whether you're talking about music or like actual like art, like photography, painting, which we see next door at Shutter and Strum all the time too. I just think the art scene is really, it's in a really good place. Like, you know, me growing up and living here in town, I've seen things come and go. There's like a really cool few years for like a scene, and then it dies out, and then it's a cool few years and then it dies out. So there's a lot of like lull periods, but I feel like we're in a really good spot right now, and I feel like it's just gonna grow and get better.
I think we'll just always be here and be able to be here and be able to sell records and do stuff, but just inspiring younger kids and younger people to like know that this is possible and keep it going, and maybe start their own record shop or help us out with this one, or we'll put it down, you know, or other people coming in to try to book stuff. And
the best part about What's Left to me is the community. It's being able to have, you know, young kids playing in their first bands, coming and playing here, and then at the same time having a really big band that's doing like a big tour, coming and doing like a secret show.
Just a safe space for really anyone. People who are like newer kids, like younger kids are like trying to get into music, trying to get into metal, trying to get into anything, and they can come in and I can give them suggestions and find ways, and there's not someone judging them or doing anything like that. Like, it's just like a very safe space and awesome place for people to feel welcome and get into music and realize that, like, you know, music's awesome and really cool, and like they can feel comfortable in the scene.
From selling records out of a box to a full local venue, practice space, and record store, What's Left has become a legendary legacy in Colorado Springs.
It has been me and my brother's dream, always. We've always wanted to have a venue/record store, like always. So like we've met those goals and we've done stuff, and this is awesome representation of it. You know, we're just always moving up from here. We're just always building, and it's just cool. It's like, it's really rad to kind of see that this hard work that we've been doing for a long time, and just caring about the scene and just not giving up on it, you know, it pays off, you know, and people really appreciate it and love here, and just feel comfortable here too, so.
You smushed my head.
What would you say is the most special part about What's Left to you?
I don't know. No, I'm just kidding.